Hi, uh, I am Carlos Alberto Castro, an English as a second language student at UNAD University. Please be welcome to this presentation. This course is Material Design for Face-to-Face Environment. I extend greeting to our tutor, Liliana Isabel Moreno, also to my partners. Along this presentation, I'll try to give answer to these two items suggested by the activity guide. The first one asks us to give characteristic of materials for English language teaching, and the second, we should try to build a proposal for the development of English language teaching approaches for its creation or development. I want to make a pause to give you an idea of material, of what material are. Materials in this case, it's an input. I mean, traduced in writing text, a told story, when we express an opinion, an example provided. In general terms, it's whatever we do with the intention to facilitate learning acquisition. What should English language material have? Well, it should have the idea along its development to learners, for them to be aware of the conscious process. They must know the process where the ongoing process they're in. So in that sense, they can approach the content by heart. It would be acquisition, it's a conscious process, or by memory. It's an explicit conscious process, learning process. So these distinctions in this picture was brought up by Stephen Krashen, and he portrayed that frustration we feel when learning a language. In this other picture, we can see that distinction and how memory plays a key role. Okay, the material. There is a controversy. There is two schools. One that suggests that material should be implicit procedural, other explicit procedural. What it means is it is simply said the distinction between being conscious of the process or let's continue. The material should let the learners participate in planning this course. This way, opportunity comes to reflect around his or her experience, and the material should be impacted. I mean, cause curiosity, call their attention. So that's key important. How can we achieve this? Well, this characteristic needs to be met. Novelty, new topics, trendy topics about all genres, politics, science, art, history, variety, music, sport, art, and the presentation needs to be attractive to call their attention, with opportunity to practice, to challenge, to practice their advance. their advances. I already said that the content needs to be appealing, must represent a challenge, and the content needs to establish a rapport with the reader, kind of communication, interaction is key important. The writer voice need to appear, and that voice can be expressed through help pages that the user can go and understand. I mean, a vocabulary, a footnote can be helpful. Inclusiveness can be appreciated this way. The second, from now ahead, comes the second item, and it's a proposal. The proposal must kind of establish principles, approaches to development of English language teaching materials. So all the ideas that comes from now ahead must be adjusted in function to meet those needs by the users. According to Rutherford, those materials aid the learners to make efficient use of resources in order to facilitate self-discovery, what means that they can be independent, raise their interests, demand effort to them, and call their attention. Also, provide control over the topics. That's why when they participate in the selection of the magazines, newspapers, articles, essays, that help them, because that empower them somehow to do their own and to participate, to extract meaning from the contents, and so on. Instruction should facilitate acquisition. I mean, the L2 should be slightly above of their level of comprehension. That idea was expressed by Stephen Krashen. So we must try to keep in mind all the time that this idea, because it's key important to force their improvement. Present vocabulary or grammar in L2, which is slightly above the learners. I already said that. Material which creates situations referring to use of additional features not previously taught. This has a close relationship with what I said before. Learning style need to be met, and awareness their attitude. I mean, awareness, attitude, and differences of the differences of users. That's important. Ensure the mastery of previous knowledge. I mean, all concepts need to be recalled, but not forcing their output. Input is slightly rolled tuned to cope with their understanding. Provide pauses so they can make a mental picture of what they are saying. And the tasks need to demand challenge, a mental challenge or a physical challenge they can respond with. We can use scaffolding language, which is an interesting technique that helps them guess the meaning of words. We must not pressure the production that's make us to incur in failure. As I tell you before, we need to cope with all learning styles and help them as much as we can. Provide time lapse, I mean, for their understanding, period of time where the students can create mental pictures. Finally, provide opportunity for feedback to monitor their understanding. They can make in pairs role games, all the improvised opportunities. Well, finally, I invite you to consult reference from Tomlinson from 2011, Material Development in Language Teaching, second edition. Consult, there is a link. I hope you can, the presentation have been helpful to you and help you decide which way to take. Thank you and goodbye.